I don't know whether you've seen the photographs of the oil activists who have invaded Rishi Sunak's palatial home and have unfurled a black banner with with the slogan "Rishi Sunak: Oil Profits or Our Future." And the problem really is, hydrocarbons in the North Sea. Uh, Fiercely campaigned against, fiercely campaigned for. And to their credit, I suppose people will be saying, well, we need to rely on hydrocarbons for the moment. We can't entirely go green. Uh, Against it, of course, is the fact that these licenses have been issued. BP has suddenly, the shares have suddenly catapulted lots of money into people's pockets, including, I believe, the Prime Minister's wife. But none of this is going to be realised for about 20 years, by which time we should be approaching our net zero aim. So the North Yorkshire Police have got onto this. They've said that they were responding to reports of protest activity at a property in Kirby Sigston, and they're managing the situation. Very nice. Mr. Sunak, meanwhile, is on holiday in California at Disneyland, which I suppose I suppose these people, the Just Stop Oil, are having their own Disneyland moment at Mr. Sunak's expense. But it does bring into it the question of whether it is right to invade somebody's home like this. In the same way as is it right to attack somebody in the street or in the tube? My own instinct is it's not. My own instinct is there's a limit between the attack on the media and the attack in person. But we've also got to question the way our present government is behaving. Our present government doesn't engage with people. And so I suppose in a way it invites this sort of sloganizing claptrap, because it doesn't get us anywhere. It's just one person shouting at another. It's not civilized. What we want to do is to take a position and ideally get a response and change, don't we? What's the point of saying something unless there's an option to change our mind? We're just screaming into the blue void, if that's the case. We only open our mind. We only open our mouth. We don't open our mind at all. All our minds are closed. We only open our mouth because we want somebody else to fill it. And frankly, frankly, if I put out about 14 videos a day, and I would be only too happy if 10 of those were challenged, and in 10 of those I changed my mind as a result of that challenge. But I cannot for 1 minute think that my opinion is superior to everyone else's. It's just one person talking, and often talking a pile of nonsense. And I don't want to feel that I'm talking to an echo chamber. But because of the algorithm of YouTube, unfortunately, that is often what happens. You invite people to come and listen, or the algorithm invites people to come and listen and watch these videos because the algorithm thinks that we all share the same views. Well, I think it's presumptuous to assume what my views are, really. I can tell you what my views are. I think my views are broadly central. I thought they were right of centre. I don't think they are anymore. I think that position has been occupied by people I no longer feel allied to. Though I don't see myself veering heavily towards the left, except in terms of education. And then I think education is something everybody should have. And you get stopped in the street by somebody. It doesn't matter who they are, Prince, Duke, or Dustman, or Dustwoman. Do they exist anymore? I don't know. I suppose they do, don't they? The dustbins are collected. But it doesn't matter who it is. Somebody is simply there, and they're considering the impact that our government has had on their lives, and that is a valid position. And we need to listen to that. And they're probably in a better position to comment than many other people, certainly than people in the government who seem to be divorced from reality. Rishi Sunak demonstrated yesterday on LBC. He has no link to reality at all. He told somebody to go and talk to his bank. Has he tried talking to a bank recently? That doesn't exist. And even if you do end up having a conversation, you are processed and no significant note is taken. And even if you are talking to somebody, you don't know who they are because they only exist in first name terms. And when you say, "Oh, I spoke to Susie last week," there's no record of that. It's a nonsense.